Hey, actor friends, it's Michael Kostroff. I've been asked by some of you to weigh in on the controversy about whether or not actors should be paid to audition, and I'm not sure why anyone should care what my opinion is. It's just one opinion, just one opinion. I'm neither an expert nor do I have any influence on any of this, but since I've been asked, okay, I'll just give you the lead first, which is I'm not in favor of pursuing that clause in the agreement. I'm not in favor of pursuing the goal of getting actors paid for auditioning. It is in the agreement, and I think it needs to be rewritten now that it's been found, because it is not practical or effective, and is not ultimately going to get us what we want. I'm going to come at it from my usual perspective, which has more to do with psychology and navigating this life and, what's effective, what's not effective, and the effect on our brains. So, look, there are never enough roles. Most of us don't have the level of success that we hope for. Most of us, probably 99% of us, don't reach the level of success that we'll never reach a level of success that we go, okay, that's enough. I think that's 99% of us. And so I think what happens with actors is they get angry. They get in a resentful, bitter place that they themselves nurture. Sometimes a lot of the ideas we've concocted ourselves. And so they look for ways to get back, to hurt the other side the way they've hurt us. And they get in this very battly, that's not a word, but go with it. This sort of battle mentality where it's us against them, and we got to show them that we're not going to be pushed around, and all that's really faulty thinking. It doesn't reflect reality. But a lot of actors, and I just know this from coaching and meeting with hundreds of actors, thousands of actors. What am I saying? Get in this place of bitterness, and then they cultivate and nurture that bitterness, and they keep throwing coals on the fire, and ultimately it's not good for you. It's not good for you to live your life that way. The realities are not going to change. The realities are that work is scarce and that it's hard to get noticed, easy to get overlooked. That doesn't mean that you're being disrespected or violated or betrayed. It just means you're in show business. Take that in, please. So, for example, when casting directors send sides at the last minute, some actors go, oh, those bastards, they have no sense of what we do. What I want to tell you is that they sent them at the last minute because that was as soon as they could send them. And they're saying, help us out, please. We just got this role. It just came in, or we just lost the actor. Help us out. A much better mentality is to go, sure, here I come to the rescue. Happy to do it. As opposed to thinking that they're trying to fuck with you. They're not. They're too busy. They're too busy. And they're, got to tell you, they're not thinking about you. They're not thinking about me either. They're thinking about casting. They're thinking about their bosses. So I think you know what I'm getting at. That I feel like this has the feeling of, ha, gotcha. Justice for actors at last. And I promise you, there will be a next thing and a next thing and a next thing, because nothing will fill that hole. Nothing will fill that hole. And that's important to ponder. So on the practical side, there wouldn't be budget for them to pay every actor who auditions, particularly now when they're seeing so many more actors. So what adjustments would you make if you were on their side? You'd see fewer actors. You have to, right? In fact, you'd probably do a lot more straight offers to actors who are established, which is great for me, not good for you if you're not known to casting people. How do you get in? Then it becomes the injustice. I can't get seen. How do you get in the door? They block the doors. They're shutting me out. Well, yeah, if you're going to insist that they pay you to audition, that's going to be, it has to be one of the results. If we succeed in this fool's errand. they'll have to. It's just not financially feasible to pay every actor to audition. But also, I don't feel that we're entitled to that. This whole thing is, a lot of the talk about auditioning lately seems to be based around the skewed idea that it's a hardship and that we're being victimized and made to audition. You don't have to audition. Auditions are hard to get. Ask any actor who doesn't have them. I remember how hard audition it was. I remember not having any auditions. I remember it very well. It's a privilege. It's a privilege to be invited to audition. Not only that, here's a little reminder from me to you. You like to act. You like to. You forgot. So when you start thinking of it as a hardship and you put upon, and I've got to put this thing on tape and blah, 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 blah. I've made myself say I get to put an audition on tape. I have an opportunity to put an audition on tape because it is an opportunity, and I like acting. I like the challenge of it. So there's a reframe available to you that I think will put you more at ease with all this stuff. Now they're saying you don't have to, we've succeeded in getting them to not insist we memorize. Well, congratulations. I'm going to keep memorizing. You know why? I have a better experience in the audition. I have a better time. I enjoy my work more. When I memorize or come as close as I can to memorizing, I have a better time. I feel like my art is better represented. A lot of people are going to do what I'm doing because not to impress the casting people, but just because, I always say the audition is probably the only time I'll get to play that part. So I want to have the best time possible. So I memorize. Sure I do. And I don't think of it as a hardship. I think of it as a brain puzzle. I don't think of it as a hardship and overly demanding on their part or any of that shit. If they've given it to me at the last minute, I will be holding the page and reading it off the page. And also, if you feel insulted or you feel put upon, then don't audition. Decline. Feel free to decline. Some other actor will be happy that you did. I'm sorry if that sounds harsh, but you know what? Showbiz is harsh, kids. It's harsh. It will never not be harsh. So any attempt to make it lucrative or reliable or any of these things is just foolish. I don't mind if they give me 9, 12, 17 pages. I think it's interesting. It gives me more information about the character. I don't think that hemming in the casting process is in our best interest. So I've gone on a long time today, but I hope that some of these points have landed or at least prompt discussion, stimulate the conversation a little bit. And, again, remember, it's just my opinion. It's just how I look at it. But I kind of feel like part of my success has been recognizing that I'm not entitled to anything and that I'm doing the work that is a joy for me to do, whether I get picked or not, and that the challenge of it is fun, and that I am in collaboration and support of the casting process, whether or not I'm cast. I'm there to say to the casting directors, here's a choice for you. Here's one. Good luck with your casting. Rooting for you. And not, damn you, you need to give me back some of what I'm giving away. And I don't know. Think about it. And if you disagree, as always, I like when you comment. Because, it's a conversation worth having. All right. That's enough on that. I'll be back next week. Bye.